Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. This is your boy High in the Posh coming at you with another lesson. And this lesson is going to be entitled, If a Brother Likes Toxic Relationships, or he likes his woman to be out of order, and he gets off on that, that's a demon. All right, that is a demon that's on the brother. I'm not saying the brother's a demon. I'm saying that's a particular spirit that jumps on the brother, because that's not the natural order of things, right? The Heavenly Father said He's not the author of confusion, you know, and that's confusion. All right, that's confusion. For your woman to be talking back to you, disrespecting you, and things of that nature. That's basically like a step. That's like how would you say it? It's not. It's not. Obviously, it's not what Alazar did, but the that cuckold thing. It's like a softer version of that. It's like, yo, as a man, we're supposed to dominate. We're supposed to be in charge. We're supposed to, want to have the control, right? That's the traits of a man. You don't see the lion wanted to be dominated by the lioness. Not he's going to the pride and he's dominating them. Because that's the order that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai set up. He set up the woman to be a helpmeet for the man, which means a servant. Okay. Even when you look at the word maid, in today's uh, uh, um, in today's language, and according to today's definition, a maid is someone that cleans the house and does chores and whatever. But really, a maid just means a young woman. So what that means is that a woman's job is to do those things that maids do, right? And they're not supposed to be. We're not supposed to be dominated by them. That's how King Solomon felt. That's how Adam felt. Is by allowing the woman to go into that position, right? They have a position, right? It tells you that in Timothy's the position of the woman. The head of the man is Yahweh Shai. We can't dominate Yahweh Shai. We can't try to impose our will over Yahweh Shai. That's not the rightful order. And today, of course, they're out of order. So you got to deal with certain issues. But we know that that's not the right way. That's not the correct way that things are supposed to be. You see, we're looking for the right way to be established. So a lot of these things that we accept now is really tied to trauma. It's tied to black culture. It's tied to things that you were taught. Because I remember, there's a lot of jakes that used to say that. Oh, I want a woman to curse me out. I love that. You'll curse me out. Well, that's because you have Stockholm syndrome. You have a form of Stockholm syndrome where you've become used to abuse. And that's why the NW is so out of order now, because it's glorified and praised in the black community for her to be out of order the way she is. So when they don't get reprimanded for that, and they could be hitting on a man, and then the man hits her back, you have some simp Jake with his lip hanging talking about, yo, that's a female, yo, that's a female. But while she was hitting him and smacking him and busting the windows out of his car, he was recording and laughing. See, this is why the black community is complete trash, man. Complete trash. All the way around the board. I'm talking about Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Complete trash. All right? Because Benjamin and Levi, they're going to follow the vibration of Judah anyway. So it's not a normal mindset. It's not healthy. It's not correct. It's pretty much wickedness. It's wickedness, man. If you listen, man, it's wicked. It's not right. It's not right, bro. I'm gonna be 100 with you, man. It's not right. It's not right. Okay. See, See, Alazar probably started on that on a level like that, a level of yeah, it's all good, I like when she talked to me that way, and then he graduated, man. Then he graduated because there's levels to this to demonology, man. There's levels, all right. When you read about how the demon, when you come into the truth, the demon leaves, and then when he comes, he wants to come back to find a home, which is the home is your body. The word body goes back to the word bode, which means house. Okay, your body's a house for your spirit. So the demon wants to live in that house, and when he comes back after you've been in the truth, he found it swept and garnished. And what does he do? He what you would call it? He found it swept and garnished. He brings back demons, 7 more demons, more wicked than himself. So he brought back stronger demons. So there's levels to demonology, you know. There's demons that could bring in higher level demons that could bring you deeper into a particular vice that you have, you know. And we all got vices, we all got vices, but which the word vice means evil, things that we struggle with, you know, because we're in this flesh, and that could be a struggle. And I'm not saying a brother's a mole or nothing. I'm not saying that. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying the brother's a mole. I'm saying that it's not the correct order of things, and certain things can lead to other things. It's just not correct. And you have to. If we have a problem, the first thing we got to do is we have to address it's a problem. That's the first thing. That's the first step. Yeah, this ain't right. I don't know why I feel this way, but this, I keep doing this shit. But at least you have to know that it's not correct. It's not normal. In the ancient world, can you imagine hearing of a man that his wife is out of order and she's smacking him up or she's cursing him out in the house and the neighbors can hear that? That's shame for that man. That's why the scriptures speak about a wicked woman, how a wicked wife, how he stays when he's with his friends he sighs bitterly. Why is he sighing bitterly? Because that's a shame that his wife is so out of order. You see, the scriptures say to seek ye the old paths. It doesn't say to follow this new way. Okay, it says to seek ye the old path. And not only that, like you doing that is also putting demons on the woman. You doing that also puts demons on the woman. You don't see how that works. And then her, it's easy for the demons to overtake her. Easy. And that'll lead to more hell. Okay? By you allowing that out of orderness and act, matter of fact, acting like you like that stuff, that puts demons on your woman. That will increase demons on your woman for her to think that's right. For her to start getting those masculine demonic spirits on her. Right? If he'll let me do this, let's see how far he'll go. And it'll just end up being worse and worse and worse. So that's not a wise move. And it's like, it's like playing a game that shouldn't be played, man. It's playing a game that shouldn't be played, because it's not the correct order. But like I said, brothers are going through things where they might be doing it, and it might, you might be dealing with a woman, and the woman may have she just may be out of order sometimes because we're in hell, we're in captivity, But to like it and to love it and to show her that you like that shit, that's something's off with that. There's something completely off with that. Completely, man. That's not normal, man. That's not normal. That's not just some normal, every brother has their spirit. That's not one of those things. That's a thing of a demon. That's a demon. That's a vice. Okay? And we have the scriptures, right? The scriptures tell us clearly the role of a man and the role of a woman. It says to the woman, it commands the woman to honor her husband, and it commands the husband to love their wives. So, honor is not cursing you out. So anyways, Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. This doesn't have to be long. I just wanted to kind of address this. I just wanted to say this just in case a brother may be going through something like that and thinking that it's cool, and because he's coming from a hood mentality where that shit is cool in the hood. All right, in the black community, it's cool. With that, Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. I'll say shalom.